President Trump spoke last night, again, after the arraignment here. We have that sound. Let's play it for the viewers if we can.
This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot. So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him. We can't let this happen in America.
That was his reaction there. I'm curious to know what his mood may be today moving forward, if you have any insight on that. But also this, too. It was reported that the magistrate judge in the arraignment came in late to the arraignment, and also not referring to the former president as President Trump, but rather saying Mr. Trump. It could be trivial, but did that bother the president? There are reports that it did.
It bothered me. I can tell you it bothered me. I find it offensive when anybody does that. I think that no matter who the president is, there are only 46 presidents in this country and only several living, and you better have respect for the office. I don't like that. I think it's disrespectful. It's the highest disrespect, frankly. The president did not say anything to me about it. Obviously, I was in D.C. with him at the courthouse, and I was on the plane back with him and with him last evening. I did not hear that, but to be honest, if President Trump got upset every time somebody disrespected him, I think he wouldn't be able to wake up every morning. So, he didn't mention it to me directly, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's incredibly disrespectful.
You know, we've already seen sort of an insight from the former president's Truth Social account, his desire to have this trial moved out of Washington, D.C. and to West Virginia. Is that also part of the legal strategy? Again, this motion to sort of relocate out of a very liberal-leaning town to a place that might be more fair to the former president?
I think that's always the goal, is to have a fair trial. D.C. courts, D.C. in general, is a very difficult location for a Republican who is as high profile as President Trump, and who's also a candidate. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. So I don't think I have a problem with that idea in theory, and I think they should examine it. I think when you look at what they did with Mar-a-Lago, for instance, with that indictment, they intentionally had a grand jury in D.C. look at everything on the Mar-a-Lago documents case, but they brought the case in Florida because they knew he's a Florida citizen and it would get removed. So again, what they're doing is selecting to have the people that indict in D.C. because that's a majority Democrat state, right? And then have the case tried somewhere where they knew they would ultimately end up because they would lose on a motion to change venue. So I do think that should be done. I think that would be the smart thing strategically to do.
Yeah, a lot of Republicans, a lot of analysts have criticism of the judge that will be handling this case as well. Someone that has overseen, J6 riders, handing them heavier penalties than even the Department of Justice recommended. This, according to the Associated Press. Alina Habba joining us live. Alina, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to mention she also worked with Hunter. Don't forget that.
Thank you. We appreciate that.